Hey guys, welcome. Welcome. It's Friday morning, 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. I want to welcome you to our keto show. We have Adi, who's in charge of social media, and she's going to be answering questions. If you have a question and you're running into challenges doing keto or, well, you could pretty much anything with the body. If you have a problem, call in and we'll help you. The number is 866-561-4292. Okay, I'm here to take your calls. We already have a lot of callers. And I also want to mention if there's all the information that I share with you is based on my own opinion. It's not meant to diagnose you or substitute for medical advice. So if you have anything that I say, check with your doctor first before you implement it. All right? Now we want to go right to Shanna. She's been waiting for an hour and 18 minutes. So Shanna, you are on the air. You're from Atlanta. Go ahead.
Hey, Dr. Berg.
Hi.
Hey, y'all, and I just want to say thank you to your whole team and everybody, and tell Karen I miss her.
Okay, I will.
Thank you so much. I was calling because I really need your help, Dr. Berg. Back in 2012, I had started bleeding really, really bad for 9 months straight. And when they did the testing and everything on me, I didn't have any fibroids. I had polyps, I think, and then they removed it, but the bleeding continued. So I just sent up a prayer to God, and he told me to drink apple cider vinegar, and I did that. And the bleeding went away. But since then, I have had periods about 3 times a year.
Mm-hmm.
So, I recently went keto July 24, 2017. I lost 51 pounds.
Wow.
But I have came to, yes, sir. I have came to a stall, though, and so I haven't lost any weight, even though I have been strict keto for 3 months. So I have, and then also I want to tell you that the burning sensation that I had, because of your advice, the nutritional yeast, it went away. So thank you.
Good.
But
awesome.
These are the 2 questions that I have.
Okay.
What can I do, Dr. Buck, to help myself get a normal period again? And also on March the 16th, I'm going to go see my doctor. What kind of questions can I ask, and what type of test do I need to take so that I can figure this issue out and get back to being healthy and lose it? Oh, and one more thing. I cut out all meat and dairy, Dr. Berg, this week. And I want to tell you that since I did that, my period came on. I haven't had a period since November. And also, Dr. Berg, I went from 230 to 224. Is that good? Should I keep this regimen up?
That's amazing.
Those are my questions.
Okay, good. So you have about 10 questions you want me to answer in about 1 minute, right? No, I'm just kidding. Question I have for you, are you doing intermittent fasting?
Yes, sir, I am.
Okay, how many meals a day?
I only eat 2 big salads a day. That's it.
That's it. Two.
So I start eating at 3 o'clock and I stop at like 8 o'clock. I don't eat after 8.
So you just have salad, nothing else?
Yeah, I don't right now because I don't know what the issue is.
Okay.
So I cut out all. Yeah, you see what I'm saying? So I don't know what to do. That's why I need your help.
Okay. So here's a couple things, and you won't be able to, I won't be able to hear you, but I'm going to just click you and hold, and I'm just going to give you the information so everyone can hear, and you won't be able to dialogue with me. But here's the thing. You got to really be careful if you have problems with female reproductive issues, if you're consuming animal products that are definitely not organic and definitely not grass-fed. If they're grass-fed, you're not going to have a problem. Here's the thing that people have this idea like, wow, it's organic, it's healthy. Organic chicken. Yeah, well, they're still given grains. Maybe it's not GMO, but they're still given grains. So that's where you're getting the problem. So you have these animal products that are definitely spiked with imbalance in certain nutrition, which can then affect your hormones. I would do grass-fed organic. And I think for you, since you've had this problem and all of a sudden you got this quick weight loss and you have the period came on, I think I would go, you're going to need some protein because your body's going to start mobilizing your own muscle protein. So I would go for wild-caught salmon. I would use that for your protein, and maybe even wild-caught seafood, because female problems, especially in the uterus and the ovaries, they're very sensitive to estrogen. You're describing an imbalance with estrogen. So if you take more iodine, which is in the sea food, and even sea kelp, if you can get some of that, that will really help balance your ratios of estrogen in your body. It won't give you any more estrogen, it just balances the good and bad, and that'll help your cycle. Another thing, if you're not having a period, royal jelly is a really good thing to take to actually kick in the period and promote fertility. So I think you're doing the salads now. Some people don't do well on the meats, but I would, like for example, now I'm getting most of my meats from US Wellness Meats. I get it frozen, completely frozen, have it shipped. You can get like summer sausage, you can get all sorts of really high quality protein that's grass-fed, grass-finished. So that's kind of what you need, because you just have to be careful of these hormones because they're in so many things. But just doing 2 salads without the protein and fat, that may be a problem. Actually, it's going to be a problem. All right, well, thanks for your call. Let's go to Natalie. She's been waiting for 48 minutes, and you're from New York. Go ahead, Natalie.
Hi, Dr. Berg. Thank you so much for taking my call. If I can just give you a very brief history about myself first. Mm-hmm. I've always had right shoulder pain, and now I can attribute it to my gallbladder, which I didn't know before, and I actually let them remove it back in 2015. And lately, I've been diagnosed with osteopenia and hypercalcemia. My calcium is slightly elevated, but it's about at 10.7 last time they checked, but it just keeps creeping up. And I've had multiple fractures, and I've watched a lot of your videos, so I'm kind of relating a lot of this back. Mm-hmm. But I'm taking right now your gallbladder formula, and I don't have as much bloating as I used to before. Anything that I ate, my stomach would just be rock hard. I'm also taking apple cider vinegar with water before each meal. I'm taking vitamin K2, the vitamin B complex, vitamin D, which was prescribed to me, and magnesium, and a probiotic. And sometimes I take your wheatgrass powder. I guess my question is there something that I'm missing that I should be taking or not taking as much of, just because I'm trying to help my bones, but then at the same time I'm too scared to take too much calcium?
Right. Okay, good. Let's talk about this. And so they wanted to remove your shoulder, right? No, I'm just kidding. Your gallbladder. They wouldn't want to remove the shoulder because that would be terrible. Did they take the gallbladder out?
They did in 2015, but that's back. I didn't know my options back then. So.
Okay. All right. So here's what you do. And just for those people that are not familiar with this, right shoulder pain is usually referred by the gallbladder and the liver because it can come right up there. And there's so many people that have issues on the right side, even into the tooth or the eye or the headache on this side, and they don't connect the dots. So it's really based on your eating patterns, maybe too frequently or the wrong foods. So osteopenia and osteoporosis it's not a little thing. It's a big thing that's taken years to develop, where you're basically losing minerals in your bone and protein, and you need to remineralize. And that takes a long time, actually. It could take up to 6 years. So you're doing all the right thing. You're taking the purified bile salts in the gallbladder formula, which is going to help you pull in the fat-soluble vitamins, which are essential for activating the minerals, okay? And you're taking magnesium, and that's great. A couple other things that I would do if I were you, I would add in the trace minerals, get a good high-quality plant-based trace minerals, because that's kind of like the missing link between a lot of issues with protein, and not just protein with your muscles, but protein in the bone. It'll actually activate it. It actually activates enzymes that help the synthesis of proteins. So we have that. And then as far as your calcium goes, I like to get that from raw milk organic cheese. If you have a Trader Joe's in your area, that's where I love to get my cheese. Just found this Trader Joe's, they have grass-fed organic cheese from a sheep they got this milk from a sheep in France in the mountains. I mean, like, how can you get better than that? I mean, and that cheese is to die for. And so that's how you would want to get your calcium. And you get the calcium, and then you can help build your bones. But that's probably really the only recommendation that I would use, if you happen to have osteoporosis, osteopenia, take your, you're going to start taking things to spike the calcium, because most people have too much calcium. So we want to get it from, make sure we don't go crazy. So I like to get it from the cheese. And I've just been informed that Facebook, there's a little interruption, and we're going to be right back on Facebook, but we are live on YouTube. All right, Natalie. I hope that long answer, helped. But you know what? We're going to take a little break and come right back, guys. Just hold on. We're going to reset everything. Don't go